At 10:16 p.m. on August 15th, 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio was doing what it did every night, listening to static from deep space. Except that night, for exactly 72 seconds, it wasn't static. A signal came through, 30 times louder than the background of the universe, at almost exactly the frequency scientists predicted aliens would use. The astronomer who found it on the printout circled it and wrote one word: "Wow." And then, it never appeared again. Ever. We still don't know what it was, so that raises a question we should probably answer before it happens again. If we detect an alien radio signal, a real one, what actually happens next? Because there is a plan, and almost everything you're imagining about it is wrong. First, how would we even know a signal is alien and not just a burping star? Here's the trick. Nature is sloppy. Stars, pulsars, quasars, exploding galaxies. They all broadcast across huge, smeared ranges of frequencies, like a piano player smashing every key at once. But a transmitter, a piece of technology, can pour all its energy into one razor-thin frequency. A single piano key, held down forever. As far as we know, there is no natural process anywhere in the universe that makes a truly narrow-band radio signal. Find one, and you've found either technology or brand new physics. Either way, jackpot. And there's even a smart frequency to use. Hydrogen, the most common atom in the universe, naturally hums at 1,420 megahertz. Every astronomer on every planet, in every galaxy, who has ever built a radio telescope knows that number. It's the universe's default meeting spot, the wow signal. It was at that frequency. One more fingerprint. If the signal comes from space, the Earth's rotation and the source's motion should slowly drag its frequency up or down, a Doppler drift. A signal that doesn't drift is probably coming from something boring, like Earth. So the alarm goes off. A perfect narrowband signal right at the waterhole, drifting correctly. What does the astronomer do? Absolutely nothing exciting. Because rule number 1 of SETI is, it's never aliens, until it is. And history says the paranoia is justified. For 17 years, the Parkes telescope in Australia kept catching mysterious bursts called perytons. In 2015, they finally traced the source. The observatory's own kitchen. Staff were opening the microwave door before the timer finished. 17 years of alien candidates, defeated by impatient lunch. In 2020, it happened for real. A signal called BLC-1 appeared to come from Proxima Centauri, the nearest star to Earth. It was narrowband, it drifted, it checked every box. Researchers spent months in silence, testing it, and eventually proved it was human-made interference, a weird echo of our own electronics. The universe's cruelest false alarm. So step 1, nod the telescope away from the star. If the signal stays, it's local junk. If it vanishes and comes back when you repoint, now your heart rate is allowed to go up. Suppose it survives everything. Now what? Men in black suits? A secret bunker? A presidential phone call? Nope. There's an actual document, the SETI Post-Detection Protocols, and it's shockingly boring in the best way. Step 1. Call another observatory. On a different continent, with different hardware, different software, different microwave ovens. If an independent telescope confirms the same signal from the same point in the sky, you've eliminated almost every possible error. This is also why a cover-up is basically impossible. The WOW signal's coordinates were public within days. Radio astronomy is a gossipy worldwide community, and a confirmed signal requires dozens of observatories in dozens of countries. You cannot classify the sky. Then the discovery gets a score on something wonderfully named the Rio Scale. 0 to 10, from meh, probably nothing, to unambiguous alien transmission aimed at us. The protocol says, announce it openly, publish the data, tell the UN, no secrets. The whole world gets the news at the same time as the scientists. Probably faster, honestly, because grad students have group chats. Here's the part nobody tells you. The signal probably contains nothing. No star maps, no math lessons, no invasion plans. Most likely it's a carrier, a lighthouse, not a letter. And even decoding an actual message could take decades. We still can't read some human scripts written a few thousand years ago by our own species. But even a totally empty signal answers the biggest questions we've ever asked. 1. We are not alone. That's not a headline. That's a permanent change to every philosophy book ever written. 2. And this is the sneaky one. It tells us that technological civilizations survive. Our biggest fear about the galaxy is that intelligence is common but always destroys itself quickly. A signal from a civilization potentially thousands of years ahead of us is proof that at least someone made it through. It's a postcard from the far side of the filter that says, "The road continues." 3. Distance. If the source is 500 light years away, that signal is 500 years old. They sent it before telescopes existed here. We're not intercepting a conversation. We're reading light mail from the past. And now the fight starts. Do we reply? Here's the thing. The protocols say no one should transmit on behalf of Earth without international agreement. But there's no law, no enforcement, no alien police. Anyone with a big enough dish can shout into the sky, and some people already have. Some scientists say replying is harmless. Our TV and radar have been leaking into space for a century anyway. Though honestly, those signals fade to whispers within a few light years. Others, including Stephen Hawking, argued that announcing yourself to an unknown, older civilization is how the quiet species get to stay in the fossil record. But physics settles the panic either way. At 500 light years, our reply takes 500 years to arrive, and theirs takes 500 more to come back. This isn't a conversation. It's the slowest pen-pal relationship in history. And every single person who hears the answer hasn't been born yet. So what happens if we detect an alien radio signal? No panic, no cover-up, no saucers. Just months of paranoid checking, one very public announcement, and then 8 billion people looking up at the same sky, knowing, for the first time, that someone is looking back. And the strangest part? The telescopes are listening right now. The next 72 seconds could be the ones that get circled in red.